What's going on? It's your boy Tez the Hero, and welcome back to Hero's Palace. And today is the day that I continue on my series for Superman and Lois Season 3. So today we'll be talking about Episode 2, titled Uncontrollable Force. So before we begin, if it's your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a like if you don't mind. It takes nothing but a couple seconds. And make sure you hit that bell notification so that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. Because trust and believe, we have a lot of them coming. So, without further ado, Season 3, Episode 2 of Superman and Lois, Uncontrollable Forces. So basically, Superman and Lois, it always starts with some dramatic intro, whatever, but this was kind of somber. It was really, heartfelt. It shows Lois in the hospital with more tests being done on her, and she looks worried and concerned, and then it fades into the logo. And then it jumps right back into it. She still looks worried. Her, Clark, and Chrissy are at the Smallville Gazette, and Clark and Chrissy are talking about Atom Man and how he was released from jail. And they find out that it was a judge that signed his release papers. So Lois decides that she's going to go and talk to the judge, and Clark is like, I'll come with you, because he can tell that something's bothering her. So they wind up going to Metropolis. And at the same time this is going on, the boys, Jonathan and Jordan, are out of school for a week because the mayor is trying to do something about the mold, so she basically shut the school down for the week so they can fix the problem. So they don't have anything going on, and Sarah and Natalie have decided to go to Metropolis because they hear of some party. And Sarah wants Natalie to basically talk to this boy that was on her Earth, basically. So they wind up going to a party in Metropolis. And then Jonathan and Jordan get a text from Jonathan's ex-girlfriend Eliza, and she's having a party in Metropolis, and she invites him to come. So they decide to go. Natalie is the only one, by the way, who gets permission to go. She actually talks to John Irons and convinces him to let her go. Sarah doesn't tell the truth, and the boys, they don't lie, but at the same time they don't say where they're going either. So they all wind up going to the same party, but don't realize that they're all at the same party until Jordan stumbles upon Sarah, and it's kind of awkward, but they basically hash out what feelings they had, and basically Sarah's like, we are going to be good friends, like the best of friends. So it looks like they're on the right path to at least being good friends, because they wind up playing beer pong for money against the people who's throwing the party and winning. And the people who lost got mad, so they basically kicked them out the house. And Jordan's like, I got an idea. So he winds up using his freeze breath to freeze the dude's new truck that he just got. It's crazy. So back in Metropolis, Lois and Clark are talking to the judge that signed off on Atom Man's release, and she basically states that she released him because he had a terminally ill disease anyway. So that's all she wants to talk about. So they wind up getting ready to leave, and Superman hears something over Metropolis, so he flies up, and Bruno Mannheim is chilling in his house, and he calls Superman, and Superman goes down there, and he's talking to Superman, not afraid or anything, with confidence. He basically chews Superman out, like basically what it was, and he was real with it. He told him that you might go put out fires, but you haven't saved anybody in my city, in my community. All you're good for is putting out fires. He ain't changed nothing since he came to Earth. Like, that was a powerful scene. Like, I don't really root for the bad guys too much, but at that point I was like, you know what, Bruno? You're right. You're right. So Superman overhears Lois talking to the judge, because by this time the judge is basically on the ledge getting ready to commit suicide, because the information that she just got rattled her, and she knows that it's basically her death. So Lois is talking her down, and the judge is basically saying there's nothing she can do to change what's about to come. And Lois reveals to the judge, while Superman is flying, just hovering outside, that she has aggressive breast cancer, basically. And it's a very rare disease, and it's very aggressive. And once the judge comes down off the ledge after Lois reveals this, she sends her inside, and Superman comes down and basically consoles Lois. And then they show, and then next back in Smallville, Lana and John Henry get together because Lana is looking for Sarah because Mayor Dean is murdered while he's on the phone with Lana. So she's looking for Sarah because she thinks that she might be in trouble. So she goes to John Henry because that's where Sarah said that she was going to be with Natalie watching the movie marathon. And so John Henry reveals that they were in a party in Metropolis, but convinces Lana to stay for something to eat so they can talk. And while they were talking, Lana talks to him about the mayor being murdered on the phone with her and revealed some information that they decided to go investigate. So they lead back to the mayor's office. So in the office behind the Smallville crest, they come across a flash drive and they put it in the computer. Well, as soon as it's downloading information, Onomatopoeia shows up and basically takes the flash drive, destroys the computer, and incapacitates Lana and John Henry Irons. And then Onomatopoeia goes back to Bruno Mannheim and says that we have a problem because John Henry Irons was there in Smallville, which shocked Bruno Mannheim, and he was like, I thought you killed him. And Onomatopoeia was like, I did. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to play because they don't know that John Henry's from a different Earth. So they think that he's from their Earth. So I'm curious to see what rabbit hole they're going to go and leave that one. So then after that, Lois and Clark, they get the boys when they get home to come and sit down and talk to them, and she reveals her diagnosis. And the show basically goes off with that feeling of family and being surrounded by the people you love. It was a really good episode. It was really heartfelt, and I'm really curious to see why they decided to go with this storyline in the midst of everything they also have going on. But time will tell. We're only 2 episodes in, and it's already getting good. So definitely check out Superman and Lois Season 3 if you haven't seen it. It's on CW on Tuesdays, and then on Wednesdays you can watch it on the CW app. No, I'm not sponsored, but I might as well tell you about it. So, thank you for stopping by the channel. I will definitely see you for episode 3 next week when that comes out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a whole lot more to unpack. And if you haven't already, go check out my brother's Mandalorian series. I'll leave a link to the description right there, or maybe over there, who knows. But it'll be somewhere where you can get to it. So thanks for stopping by the channel. I'm your boy THer, and I'll see you in the next one.